Hey fanboys, hey fangirls, Carnell Holley here, and we're at DreamHack Atlanta 2024, and I'm with none other than AllieCat.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
I saw you on the floor, and I wasn't sure if you were going to be available for this, so I know you're supposed to be at your booth and everything, so I'm glad you're taking the time out.
Yes, if someone misses me, I'll blame you. Oh, it's fine. I'm playing. Listen, no, we don't want anybody to get mad. This is a good thing.
I don't need your fans coming after me.
No, they're the nicest people, so you wouldn't have anything to worry about.
Okay, I can believe that, but then, like some can be like,
You never
so.
know.
I'm having a fanboy moment because I think one of the earliest animes that I've watched was the Tenchi movie that Deep Cut rented from Blockbuster.
Mm-hmm.
So, was I in elementary school? I think I was in elementary school. Yeah, good times.
Good times.
Thanks for the throwback of memories.
Thank you. It was a lot of people getting really excited when you know this character, you know this character.
Right.
And we have Adult Swim to thank for that, so thank you, Adult Swim.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
Not to veer off too much, but I'm just like with Toonami, which I definitely want to get into your backstory, like your nerd origin story.
Oh my goodness.
From my understanding, that Max has diverted all the traffic from the Cartoon Network website to their website, officially shutting that down. Prior to that, Toonami, and so I'm just like, man, the memories.
The memories are going with them, but the kids have iPads. They can watch it whenever they want.
This is true.
YouTube, and it's just
Instagram.
they don't know how good they have it.
Right.
They
no
don't know how
commercial.
good
Well,
they have it.
depending on if you, but
Oh,
having to wait.
they're doing ad free.
Yeah, I mean, if you have it, I'm just like, this is just reminding me of what I had to sit through, not being able to watch the whole season every Saturday, tuning in. So I'm just like, oh, but enough. I gotta hear where it started out with you.
Oh, with me?
Yes.
Well, with my nerddom?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. My little sister was taking Japanese classes at elementary school.
Oh, sweet. Are you fluent?
What's that?
Are you fluent?
No, I'm not. I know a little bit, only
Okay.
because of her. But she's very fluent. She went to school for it, got a degree in it, and now she's in Seattle trying to do some translations.
Nice.
But she came home in kindergarten with My Neighbor Totoro on VHS. Don't clock my age. On VHS, and I was amazed because I'm used to seeing like Cow and Chicken or Powerpuff Girls, and here we are with a very fanciful, more adult themed, but beautifully created, cartoon. And she started teaching me Japanese words, and like they were having like cultural days, and I got to learn more about Japanese culture. And then we had Toonami, and then we
Right.
had the VHSs of like Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball at like Movie Gallery and Blockbuster.
Right. No, I'm just trying to
Yeah.
because I remember seeing a little bit of Dragon Ball. I didn't catch on too much with the Dragon Ball. It was Dragon Ball Z later. But yeah. The
Yeah.
VHS.
And then my parents were big gamers.
Oh,
My
sweet.
parents are big gamers. So my lullabies were the bleeps and blips on the NES
Okay.
and the Super NES. And so they would be playing the games, we would watch them, and then they would let us play. And so that's where my nerddom came, was just playing video games with my parents.
Nice.
And it was very weird in the 90s having your parents play video games. And so they still play. My dad 100% Mario Galaxy. Congratulations, Dad. And that's where my nerddom come from. I just love it. Being really shy also like had me an outlet to like have a creative brain without dealing with getting picked on for what you like. And I was just too shy to talk to anybody about it.
I mean, when you find like-minded people that you can express the love mutually, I was just like, we need that. We need that. Now, with your sister being fluent, are you a subbed or dubbed?
Oh my goodness. I'm a dubbed only because
Okay.
my friends are voice actors, and
Okay.
like the emotion that they're able to bring out in the American version is just really, really awesome.
Nice.
I love it. I do like a good subbed, but a dubbed is like I can feel the emotion coming out from American voice actors too.
Okay. Because I spoke to a couple here and there that are subbed, and I got the side eye. I'm just like it's a little difficult for me. I just want to concentrate on the action.
Yes.
I have to read, and I might be a little slow at reading, but I mean, we all have our moments. But it's all good. But needless to say, so would you say that you were introduced to the anime first or the gaming first?
I was introduced to gaming first.
Okay.
They got a NES from my grandfather and grandmother
Oh,
for
sweet.
Christmas for us. We didn't really know how to use Duck Hunt.
Right.
So I was introduced to gaming first, and it was kind of interesting seeing, because we didn't have internet, so seeing how closely related. So as a child, I didn't know that, video games came from Japan. I just knew that the animation came from Japan because it's something completely different. We were so used to Sonic the Hedgehog being very American, and so I just didn't know that they were intertwined, but I should have known because it felt good
Right.
at the same time.
Okay, you got me thinking. Which you were watching Sonic the Hedgehog? Which one did you prefer more, the lighter or the darker one?
Oh, for theming?
Right.
I like the darker one.
Okay, same.
What was it,
Saturday
Sonic
morning.
Underground?
Right.
I would cry every time they talk about, because we were three girls. She had 3 hedgehogs, and they couldn't find their mom, and it made me so cry. I'm about to cry now. I was like,
the band.
The band.
Because I was thinking about the one with it's the darker one, but which one? I think it came before the band one, because I think it was the lighthearted Looney Tunes one, and then there was a darker one that Jaleel also voiced, and then I think the band with the 3 hedgehogs. So yeah. Okay.
I'm glad we got on the same page.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Was that a test?
It was a test.
Test my
It was a
geek card.
test, yeah.
I mean, I throw it out like a black card. So I don't, there's no shame. No
Got
shame.
2 of them.
So, right, because I was doing because we're gonna get your contribution with the cosplaying, being an advocate. So, you introduced to the gaming, doing the anime. So when did the cosplay element come into play?
The cosplay element, which is why I encourage everyone to do cosplay, didn't come until I was in college. I didn't know what conventions were at all. Never
Right.
saw them on TV. There really wasn't YouTube until like 2012, and I graduated in 2008. So I joined our largest student organization called the Campus Nerds at CSU, and they had a yearly trip to Anime Week in Atlanta. And so I went to the convention. I thought it was just gaming like we used to do in the student center. And there were characters. I saw a Felicia from Darkstalkers, and I thought she worked there. And so I was asking my friends, like, oh my goodness, like, do I go like pay to get a picture with her? Like, how does this work? Felicia from Darkstalkers, like the big blue hair. And,
Okay.
like, the white fur,
I
the
was
fighting
trying to
game.
think of the if she was the voice actress. But the kitty cat,
Yeah.
with the blue hair.
And they're like, no, these are just attendees. They just make it. And I was like, I'm going to school for art. I'm going to make that. So literally the night I got home, I went to Walmart and got my hot glue and T-shirts and gloves, and I was trying to make a Bowser cosplay, and it was awful.
Sweet.
It was awful, but the passion was like burning there. And I was like, I really, really, really like this.
Do you have a Bowser cosplay?
I don't yet.
Okay. Because
I have like 2 Princess Peaches.
Oh, nice. Because when you mentioned your dad with the Mario Galaxy, did he play? I was going to ask you, like, did he play the new one that's out,
No,
Mario
he
Wonder?
hasn't. He has not.
It's good. It's
Is it
good. It still has all the elements. It's crazy that when you find out that the original Mario voice actor is not him anymore. I was like, wow, that's weird, but okay, they still have that magic. So I'm
Yes.
feeling it. But I'm curious where your standpoint is when it comes to cosplay. That I was when I want to say that I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm coming from an actor side, but combining both and really getting immersed in, like, all right, I'm picking out these things, but I keep thinking that you're supposed to be able to have all these skills. And even though I'm coming from a different angle, like from more so from a real world. Like if I'm going to do Naruto, I know the different vests and all
the
that.
meanings.
Right, but like, do you need to sew? I mean, to be considered a true cosplayer?
No, the only reason I started sewing cosplay is when I started trying to make mine and purchase them online. They did not come in larger sizes. They fit like petite people. So I learned to sew out of necessity. But I think it's really interesting and valuable now that cosplayers of any size, any creed can go and purchase a cosplay or find elements or do casual cosplay.
Right.
There are so many different types of cosplay, like decor cosplay, anything to make it your own.
What do you mean by decor?
Decor cosplay. So if you see anything, the biggest example is for like the TikTok Junko from Danganronpa. you'll see a lot of Junko cosplayers with like bips and bops in their hair and like
Right.
exaggerated makeup, and it's like a very Decora type of
Oh, with the like the crying.
the
with,
crying
okay.
tears,
Right,
the
right,
glitter.
right.
Like it's just very much so like you put a cosplayer in a bag of goodies and shook them up and just presented them to the world, and like it's an art form for them too. So you really don't have to be on a certain track to be a carbon copy.
Okay.
And that's what makes America great, because our community is more so like adding elements of yourself in your cosplay, not just recreating a character.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I don't think you need to have any certain type of skills.
Because I was a little apprehensive. I was just like, I don't know how to make props and sew. I mean, I know how to search and put things together
Yeah.
and have my own style, spin and style on it. But that's like, there's levels to this.
What do you mean I have to have a resin printer to start? Like, no, you don't have to have any of that.
So, I was asking a few when you mentioned voice actors and who are POC voice actors and their stance on the current state of POC characters in anime. What would you say is the current state in as well as anime, but mostly cosplay?
I'm gonna ask the honesty. There's a lot of you have to be mentally and emotionally strong, and I don't think you really should have to.
Right.
But currently the state is you have to have a strong stomach to post your stuff publicly. I suggest you post it to friends. There are not a lot of kind people, especially when they can hide behind profiles.
Right.
But the only thing is that you will never hear those comments in person. You will only see them posted by some user 94028 will say something mean, and their job is to try to make you upset. And if you do make them know that you saw it and it made you upset, they get a kick out of it. So I
Right.
really literally ignore it. I report it, and their page gets taken down because it is hateful.
True.
So always report it, never take it to heart, and don't respond. It's so hard not to, but you shouldn't even have to get to that point. But it's not at a good state right now.
I feel you.
I came from a time where most of because I'm POC, I advocate for black cosplayers, and I came from a time where black cosplayers were afraid to cosplay characters. They would do a lot of Naruto with the Toby mask, or they would only cosplay with a mask, and it hurt. It broke my heart, and they would be like, I can't cosplay this character. And so it's really good seeing Shellin doing Afro cosplays, or we having Cutie Pie Sensei working for Disney, and it's just like it warms my heart. Like it's so different. It's so different. It's not where it needs to be, but it's a relief.
Gotcha. But the trajectory is
We're still working. We're on course though.
Okay.
We're on course.
Because I'm just thinking like I recently did a project, and there was a comment, but it was one of those comments that's like, did you really need? It wasn't anything crazy, but I'm like, did you really need to ask me this, or well, not ask me, but make this statement? I'm just like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
I've seen worse, but I'm just like,
and you shouldn't have to. Shouldn't have to. We're getting to a point where Gen Z, my God bless them, they are very much so like justice fighters. Sometimes you don't even have to say anything. They will all say, hey, this isn't right, don't say that, and they fight for you.
right,
Like,
in the comment section for you, right?
Yes, and I have a lot of faith because like they really stick up for
Right.
that.
Okay. Now, and it's funny that you mentioned that, because I was at a convention with Dante Bosco mentioning about I like Dante's so cool. About the whole Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like one of his fans came up to him and was like basically giving him his flowers and getting him to realize like you guys programmed us to like fight for what's right and be voicing we need to make this right, and so not hide behind all this.
Not hiding.
I like this. I like this.
I like it a lot. I really like it a lot.
So, have you, when it comes to when you come back on you with your cosplay now, have you had a chance to cosplay your dream cosplay at the moment?
I have not.
Okay.
I've done so much research. My dream cosplay is Diva Laguna from oh my goodness, Fifth Element. Have you seen the Fifth Element?
I have. The blue.
The blue girl.
Okay, I thought
The
I was just
blue
like, wait,
girl.
I feel like I should know. I think I
Yes.
know this.
From growing up being
Right.
girly, I was
Can you
bullied.
sing?
No.
Okay.
But neither could the actress. I did a lot of research.
Oh, interesting.
That was the wife of the director. The actress actually just quit, vanished off the face of earth. They
Okay.
never found her, and they used the director's wife, and she substituted, and that was her recording of the actress who disappeared.
Okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't even her, but just growing up being picked on for my height, because I was always tall or being big, and her being presented as this beautiful, she was gigantic and tall, but she was revered. And the music just got me, and that was my first sci-fi movie I ever saw. And it was just, and then again, back in the day, I never saw black people in fantasy or sci-fi in the future, ever.
Right.
And then we know we had the best ever. So he was like the star, and so that really resonated with me. So that's why I'm excited to see like more representation.
Interesting.
From the 90s and 80s, you can't barely pick but maybe 4 or 5 African American
This is true.
futuristic. So I in my mind as a child, I'm like, does that mean that there's
don't see
no
us in
place
the
for us in the
future? It's
future?
like, wait,
But then I saw that, and they keep adding it. And we got Star Wars.
Right.
John Boyega.
I know, and I wish, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're doing a what if series with the Star Wars.
Yes.
And they might, I hope, wishful thinking, that they'll, what if, was it not Ren? What, Ren? No. John Boyega's character's name.
I keep forgetting. I'm not gonna
Right.
lie.
If
He's
he
so
was
powerful.
either if he was either a Jedi or like really dialed in with him being a stormtrooper who might have been force sensitive and doing his thing, but I was just like you teased us
I know.
with him.
It
Like,
would have been a good storyline.
why did you do this? Oh my goodness! But I liked it. But it is very interesting, the stories that are coming out right now. What are you currently watching now for anime or sci-fi?
Ooh. Currently watching. I'm watching. I just came back from Japan, and they were promoting it on Netflix. Oh my god! It's the Netflix documentary of the Japanese wrestlers.
Okay.
What's it called? It's like Killer Queen on Netflix.
Is that recently came out?
Recently came out. They were just
Okay.
promoting it, and it's about female Japanese wrestlers from the 80s
Oh,
and 90s,
sweet.
or early 80s, and how they came to be. Like, they were superstars in the 80s.
Okay.
Never heard of them, and so I started doing more research on them, and it's really cool seeing like stronger women in Japan,
Nice.
like fighting like this. I like fighting.
Right.
Like,
I like
the
strong female
normality.
characters too.
Yes.
Hey, did you watch Glow?
Glow, no.
Glow is good. I
Glow?
like Glow. Glow is the wrestling. I think it's like maybe 3 seasons of how female wrestling came about. And I think did I see season 3? I feel like I saw season 3 because I think there was a documentary available after it. But Glow is good. You might want to
I'm
put
gonna
that on
write
your
that
watch
down.
list.
I need some more
Put that
things
on
to
the watch
watch.
list.
That's my current one.
Okay. So, because Netflix, the Into the Anime was a good documentary. I really like that. So, I've been getting on the whole documentary chip. So I like that. So, with your cosplay, and you're currently in the process of doing it. Like, what's next for you? That's in the works.
For cosplays?
Yes.
I'm working on an indie game in Seattle, Washington called Potionomics, and I have a main character who's kind of a bad guy. Her name is
The
Roxanne.
original character?
It's an original character by them. It's their Potionomics game is like an RPG where you can really date any character, but she's a big witch character. She's really
so
sassy.
this is a dating game?
Kind of a dating game,
Okay.
strategy RPG, which is interesting.
Right.
It's interesting, and they're coming to Switch soon. Not promoted, not sponsored. But I like their game.
Okay.
I love supporting indie games, and the character just looks really cute. It's up my alley. It's an older woman, witch lady, sorceress,
Got the witch
potionalist,
element.
witch, alchemist,
RPG.
RPG
in a
dating.
dating. All right.
It's almost like Pokemon. You challenge them to win in tournaments. It's
To-
really
to-
difficult
to
to explain.
date them.
You can date them if you try to date them. It can
Affect the
affect
match.
them, affect their match.
Okay, because I've experienced that element with what's the not the turn oh my goodness, it's an RPG, but it's the strategy one. Not Stone. I'm currently on the Three Houses on my second run through, trying to save everybody because if they don't join you, they basically die, and I'm currently wooing this individual, and she's.
That's why you can't remember the game. You're wooing individuals in the game. You don't know the title, but you know the character you're wooing, huh?
I mean, we're having our tea parties, and so she's enjoying the company. So it's just so funny.
See, and it could do that for you.
Right. So, with the gaming, what would you consider yourself a gamer?
Yes, I'm mostly a gamer, then anime, then pop culture after that.
Okay.
But mostly
okay.
gaming. There's something about a shared experience you have with other people who play the same stories or games, and coming together. It's just like a very close bond.
Nice.
Without knowing someone.
What would you say is your comfort game?
Comfort game, Splatoon.
You said Platoon?
Splatoon.
Splatoon.
It's a third-person shooter, and I've got thousands of hours, and I get picked on, but I love it.
Oh wow,
Love
just
it.
murking folks.
No, I'm not even good at it. That's the part. I just like it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's my comfort game. It's just a nice little Nintendo game, a first-person shooter. Come on, play Splatoon.
Nice. So, what were your platform of choice?
Platform of choice is Nintendo. That's what my dad gave us as
Okay,
girls.
I love
and
the
then
fun fact.
love Nintendo, but I collect systems. I have every system.
Nice.
I have every system up from Atari to the latest PlayStation.
Nice. Man, you're a collector.
I'm a
Because
collector.
it's just time to upgrade.
I love physical media.
Okay.
I love physical media,
So
especially games.
you have the whole designated for all your gaming.
My front living room is nothing but games and boxes and
Nice.
consoles, and I repair them. I used to work for a game company called Play and Trade, and so when
Okay.
they would come in with broken games or consoles, they don't want them, they want to throw them away. I come and clean them, fix them, and
I wish I would have known you sooner. I had a PlayStation 3. I think it was refurbished. I ended up getting too involved in making some tools for Final Fantasy 14, and it overheated, and I was not able to bring it back to life.
was it the red ring? Oh, not the red ring. That's
That's the X.
the yellow light of death.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken.
If it's a yellow light, we can repair it.
I sent it to a friend who's IT. It's not just IT. Who's able to fix engineering, and it's
no.
more to that story. But I'm just
I
like,
hope he's not watching.
if he is, it's fine. It's fine. Because I'm just like, I went on this trip. I was documenting it. I was like, I'm on this adventure. Like, I'm going to get my PlayStation 3 fixed.
yeah, it's coming back to
and
life.
and then he just like, yeah, hey, wasn't able. Like, but
This is what you do.
I was right. I was expecting.
They're very delicate. They like to be tool exclusive. They basically are only meant to be used by like devs or the creators. So it's really delicate. It's a little bit. It's the circuit boards inside are just slightly different than the ones in your PC. Slightly, very slightly.
I know you can. You're easier to switch out and build your own. I mean, that's wild to me because I'm just not. It's not my forte.
No.
I dabble, but I'm just like, okay, all right. I mean, but I like it. I gotta ask you this before.
Yeah.
Now, if you're hosting a game night and it's at your place and we coming in with the piece of root beer, what is your ideal hosting of a game night with your friends?
Hosting a game night, I'm a Southern Belle, so I have to have food out.
Okay.
Not just pretzels and chips. We're gonna actually have meals, sliders, burgers, tacos. But I also want to do like a tally vote. Like when you come in, there's a whiteboard and you get to put a magnet on which game you want to play, party games.
Okay.
I'm a big
diplomatic.
proponent of couch gaming and party games.
Okay.
And so I really want like my friends to have fun, like have their own choices of games they want to play. So no one, and the thing is, I don't want anyone left out. If a fighting game is not your thing, I want y'all to be able to play cart games, fighting games, adventure games, or be able to like play Cards Against Humanity if you're not into that one game that's playing. But I don't like people being left out.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So for his fans, current fans, future fans, how can they reach out to you?
You can reach out to me at AllieCat Cosplay at gmail.com if you have specific questions. But I'm also on all social media as AllieCat Cosplay on TikTok, Instagram, is it X now, not Twitter,
It
but in
is
Facebook.
X Twitter?
X Twitter?
Right.
We should X Twitter. But if you DM me, I usually answer all my DMs. I don't leave them unread.
Sweet. Well, you heard it here. If you're not here, I don't know why, but you need to be here. This is recording on Friday. You still got time. Come on down.
We'll see you later.